Oh my god, I live for the first few seconds of the second opening for Non Biyori Season 2. Because it has Hotaru's face in it. Anywho, um, I'm finally gonna reach the end of my Non Biyori phase, cause uh, when I started watching it, it was pretty. I didn't enjoy it that much. That's. I mean, I think objectively, I didn't think the comedy was that great. Characters were cliche. But I seriously grew to love the characters in the second season, comparing it to the first. And it's a level of obsession that has become annoying. I close my eyes and I see Hotaru, and I think of a beautiful hot woman, and I compare them to Hotaru, who is the perfect girl, the perfect daughter. I can't do it. I can't live anymore. So yeah, I'm on episode 9. Um, I'm gonna get through this and I'm gonna record my thoughts during it. And also, I wanted to say my thoughts on the rest of the series. I'm so proud of this girl. Okay, maybe we can start off with why Hotaru appeals to me so much. She is the reason why I wanted to watch the show in the first place. I saw a lot of NSFW stuff about her for searching up for uh okay. Um Close your ears for the next 2 seconds. Lolly Paizuri. She came up. It's great. It's spectacular. I can't believe she's a fifth grader. It is. Oh my god. Okay. Anywho, sorry. Watch the show to figure out what her character is. And she's just so innocent and pure. She usually is the straight man for most of the jokes, and I kind of wanted to think about why exactly she appeals to me so much, even though she's kind of boring. I'll admit she doesn't have much of her own personality. She's usually very reactive to the other characters who are expressive. You know, Natsumi's a tomboy, Kumari wants to be more mature, Renge's Renge eccentric and stuff. But we do need that straight man role, I suppose. But why did I appeal to her? Sorry, she appealed to me. Yeah, Natsumi's currently catching a real huge fish. Uh, I think one big reason why um, Hotaru appeals to me so much, besides my introduction to her before the show, um, would be this meme that I saw that I really want to find again. And if you know where it is, please send it to me. It's basically the moment where she wasn't. It's a moment in Non Biyori non-stop in the third season where she wasn't allowed to eat something by her father, and then she does a mini tantrum and lays on her father's lap and looks toward him and says, "Really? Can I though?" And it's very adorable, very cute. Show is filled with moments like that. But man, that one hits me so damn hard. And it's like the meme itself was just a 4chan poster saying, I'll never have a girlfriend, but goddamn, do I want a daughter just like her. Life goals, and it's just I agree so much. This complements the way that she acts, which is demure pretty, mature for her age. She's she's kind of worldly and polite uh, compared to the rest of the characters. And that's like, damn, raised them right. Gonna be such a good lady woman. I so it's just like it's the perfect situation for a daughter. Um, for that kind of personality. Like I know the horror stories and I know myself I'm a piece of shit, but she's so nice and look at her. She's so cool. It fits with her entire gimmick, her character design of being physically more developed than she is meant to be. And that's honestly from a bias for me personally more than anything else. It implies a lot of potential for her when she becomes an adult, and the fact that she's already almost as tall as her mother. And that's so unbelievably hot to me that I can't describe it. Okay, never mind. New waifu. Forget everything I said about Hotaru. It's not Sumi now. It's all her. Nope, this is the this Natsumi cast. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I'm seeing, a lot of reactions from the community. I've been keeping an ear out. I think most people like Renge more so than Hotaru, which kind of surprises me, but I guess we all have our own experiences and preferences. Whatever. I ain't, you know, I'm just having those strong uh feelings toward an anime character. Whatever, I'm biased. I don't care. I don't really care if I convinced you or not, because that was actually a really messy explanation. Natsumi dressing up as a girl. This is a peak episode. We're gonna keep it. There she is. Okay. Kind of weird that they also focused more about Hotaru in the second season compared to the first one. Uh, but especially compared to like Renge. Like I expected her to have a bigger role, but no, it's more Hotaru, which I'm not even complaining. Because why would I? Okay, enough about particular characters. I want to talk about why season 2 so far till episode 8 is much, much leagues and bounds better than season 1. What's kind of interesting is that Non Biyori Repeat isn't actually that good of a show either. I know it's weird after hearing me gush about one of the characters so much, but I can take what I want from a show and disregard the other aspects. Um, but it is solid. It has cute character chemistry, fun moments, and it even has some hitting emotional moments at points. It's got that generally warm, positive feeling of Iyashike and just having fun with a bunch of cute girls doing cute things. And that's really all you can ask from a show. Though it doesn't go nearly as far as having high end conceptual ideas in it about life and the passing of time, like in Arya. You know, that's like the peak for a lot of people. Arya is the best. In comparison, this feels cliche, but that's fine. Uh, but even then, Nonon Buyori season 1 is even more cliche and tired to the point that I would call it slightly like less than average quality wise. And I really don't understand the love for season one, though I understand why people would like season two. The comedy in season one, let's go analyze it into a bit. It was it was tropey. All the characters were one note. A lot of the scenes were predictable, and it just didn't even have any good reason for it to be so. Like, it felt very indulgent and a lot more mindless. Komari specifically, as like an example, in episode 8, the entire first half of the scene was like we already know she wants to be seen as mature. She is an eighth grader, older than Hotaru, but still acts like a child, and that's where the comedy from her is from. But she pushes it to an extent where she just makes social interactions awkward and her a genuinely unlikable character, at least in that one scene. When she was talking with Hotaru and Konomi about fashion and classical music and such. Man, episode 9 is a Natsumi centric episode. That's great. Ended up. Damn, she's interacting with Renge's older sister. Okay, okay, hold on. I think one decent part out of season one, is just Renge, and she's an eccentric wild card where her comedy is very memey and it just can come out of nowhere. You know, the ingenuity that can and creativity that can come from a young girl like her. The possibilities are limitless. So those scenes with her were cute. And there's even sort of a sad episode in episode 4, I think, when she loses a friend. And just because of life reasons, she had to move away. And you know, that made me, cause I got a soft heart, wiped, wiped a tear from my cheek. No, not really, but like, it was a decent episode, and I understood their intentions with it, and it was executed, not perfectly, but good enough. But yeah, I want to get to my main point as I think episode 9 is starting to wrap up. Specifically, I think like this is the main big issue that I had, or like at least it's one of the biggest ones, and it of course pertains to Hotaru. She had the gimmick in episode 2, and this genuinely came out of nowhere. She was thinking that Ri is cute, and that literally did not have any reason to be the way that it was. They were just walking in a hallway. She looked at her and was like, she's short and cute, and I want to pet her. And that was stupid. I immediately thought, is this a character trait of her? In the beginning, in episode 1, she didn't have these traits at all. She was just a normal girl, living a normal life. Uh, she was the audience surrogate who was introduced to the school, this weird village that has a bunch of grades in one classroom. They do things very differently from the urban life, and she had to be generic to be an audience surrogate, or like have these expectations so that they're defied when they get into the village, and those concepts were introduced to the viewers and stuff. So it is just bizarre that she would have this weird character trait that came out of nowhere. It's the second episode. The issue is that that character trait is her entire crux, her entire character for the rest of the season. And it's obvious it's not just her, but she is the biggest problem. Not like she's representative of the problem. I mean, it's in being indulgent for the sake of being indulgent. We just want this character to have this character trait, to have more fun interactions with others. But it doesn't really work because it just came out of nowhere and has no reason to be. Now, I immediately thought of a solution after that. There can be a reason for Hotaru to think that Komari is cute. Just have a special moment between the two of them, like an entire plot or episode about just those two interacting, and they can become closer. And after that, they can have their cake and eat it too, and have Hotaru admire Komari and make tons of plushies of her, you know? And that's exactly, exactly what they did in episode 2 of Non Biyori Repeat, which is my possibly one of my favorite anime episodes of all time. Because I thought up of this a way to fix the show that I thought had a problem with it, and it felt like they were reading my goddamn mind when they made that episode. It was just incredibly satisfying. But I suppose maybe that's like a me moment more than like an objective uh, fix. But whatever. I still think they gave genuine motivation for Hotaru to like Komari there. And I guess I just somehow felt that like this attitude of not just being tropey cliche. It wanted to actually explain things more and get a bit more in depth, and also figure out what was good about the first season and put it in the second. That entire they wanted to make an actually better show. Maybe something that might prove my point is that they literally have Hotaru be introduced again in season 2, and they just reset the timeline because they thought it could be better. But really it doesn't actually matter for a slice of life show, I suppose. Like they just do different things in their life. But the time when they do it, it doesn't matter if they're in second grade or it's a year after the first. Like it can just happen in the same time span, and they could just do different things every day. That's the cool thing about a slice of life show, I suppose. That like Non Biyori Repeat, when it repeats the timeline, it just completely works. Wow, Renge sure is a first grader. So intelligent. I'm gonna I'm gonna do magic tricks, bitch. I literally didn't even talk about episode 2 yet. Well, I guess I gotta get started on that. Okay, here is the genius of episode 2 of Non Biyori Repeat. In the first half, we get introduced to Hotaru, and we don't really know too much about her, or she gets introduced, or anything. This is very different compared to the first few episodes of the first season, where we did actually get the time to learn more about her, but we can skip the very introductory things, like basic character information and their personalities, since it is expected that everyone watch season 1 before season 2. So that's great. We're skipping like the most boring expositionary parts. And the way that Hotaru becomes friends with everyone else in the class is, of course, a fun game for everyone to participate. the amount of thought and planning, and just like this is definitely something personal that the author or creator of Non Biyori went through. Just having fun classroom games, and specifically Ruler Wars with its with its rules systems and all of these strategies that they come up with. It just seems like it was based on personal experience. And not only that, it set up mechanics, and then it used those mechanics later on, and it all fit together so well. And they defeated the villain, aka the Big Brother, after fucking teamwork with their new friend Hotaru, and that's how she got became good friends with them after having fun with the Ruler War game. I mean, all that makes sense. Though I think the thing that makes it cathartic and actual genius is just how good of a fucking game Ruler Wars is, especially how engaging it all was. Like I was surprised. I couldn't believe I was watching fucking Non Biyori. I thought I tuned into Hyoka or something. Oh wait, tuned into Kokoro no Basket or My Hero Academia. Like it was so engaging. What the fuck? This is just a slice of life anime. Calm down. But oh man, there is still the second half of the episode. Pay no mind to the construction sounds. So yeah, this is the exact story that I was asking for in season one, to actually have Hotaru, care about Kamari instead of just having it come out of nowhere. And I think not only do they bond together after this experience where they get lost in the middle of the woods after looking at some stars and their flashlight turns off, but it also incorporates Komari's basic character trait of wanting to be more mature. Hotaru on the inside, even though she looks mature and is pretty much as tall as an adult. Uh, I don't know why I'm gonna lay on this point, but literally taller than the average Japanese woman at fifth grade. I can't stop thinking about her and how tall she is. But anyways, she is still a child on the inside. She cries in the situation, not knowing what to do. But Komari, who we already know from season one, who is this girl who wants to be taken more seriously and act not just her age, but also more mature than that. So when she sees Hotaru crying on the ground helplessly, and she herself is also helpless, she knows she has to man up, grow up, be the big man in this situation, and help both of them get out of here. And she's just as lost as her. But what's important is the mindset and being brave. Hold. There you go. Look at look at Renge over there. Okay. And that character trait is the actual genuine reason for why Hotaru thinks Komari is cute. Possibly for the same reason that the audience thinks Komari is cute. It's this juxtaposition between how she actually acts and how she wants to act. And fucking moe, that's the definition of moe. Hotaru is able to see the moe, and it's perfect because she's also the audience surrogate, kinda, most of the time. She's so generic in all most scenes that she's in. She practically acts like one. But whatever. Okay, okay. Not generic, but like, nice, expected, polite. Good for her. I've already explained why that part of her is appealing to me, so I'm gonna stop. Anywho, that's yeah? Yeah. We're good. I explained why season 2 is better than season 1. I think. Probably. Whatever. I guess I'll wrap it all up in a nice bow. Season 2 has reasons now and isn't just indulgent and cliche tired or as predictable in season 1. There you go. It's it went from like a 4 out of 10 show to a 6, a light 7. It is enjoyable and it's good, but almost because in comparison to its first season. Like I'm starting to think that it's some kind of 900 IQ level genius move to make the first season the way that it is, the way that its comedy is, how it's all one note and um, not really that polished or whatever. And in season 2, all it needs to do is just be absent of those flaws. Like, I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if they'd make a bad show like that and plan for a season 2. But that's my damn conspiracy theory. Oh shit. Is Hotaru is no, hold on, is Renge in trouble? Oh, okay, good. Sorry. The candy lady was running after Renge. It was a surprise that was a surprisingly action-packed scene, holy crap. Currently halfway through episode 10 of Non Biyori repeat. One last thing, I just realized uh Hotaru being as uh mature as she is, I suppose. She's the straight man of the group. That makes a lot of sense and it fits with her personality. There's a lot of I guess like opposites at play here. Got the young one acting old. Got the old one, aka the middle schooler in 8th grade, but she acts young. And they interact with each other. And it's like, damn, this is a show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making the argument, isn't it crazy that anything exists at all? Holy fuck. Everyone hold up. Hotaru. I think I've exhausted most of my points that I had about uh, Non Biyori, and I'm happy that I got all that stuff off my chest because, as I said, like this show has been emotionally draining. It's been infesting my mind for a while, and now it's all gone. It's all off of me. Whether or not I was able to transfer the passion through my voice and to whoever is watching this. I don't know the success rate of that, though I'll at least be happy that I recorded my thoughts about this show. Now, there is one more thing that I wanted to, that's on my notes, and I wanted to talk about this. And it's about Hotaru again, of course. I think possibly this is a fanficky rewrite that I think would have actually made season 1, at least the first few episodes, be a lot more emotionally resonant. The issue is that they would have made Hotaru a bit more unlikable because okay, imagine you're in her shoes, you're an urban you grew up in an urban area in a city in Tokyo, and your parents are gonna relocate for their job in the countryside, in the middle of nowhere. No one else is going with you. You have to adapt to a completely different lifestyle. And frankly, a more difficult lifestyle, one that has a lot less facilities than the one in the city. You know, I understand urban and rural, they got their pluses and minuses, but I think we can all agree that living in a rural area, it isn't as glamorous as it is in the city. So, with those feelings in mind, wouldn't it be a bit? Wouldn't she be a bit more resentful, especially as a fifth grader? You know, she would be a bit turmoiled at the fact that she has to move and she doesn't have a choice or a say in it. Luckily, Hotaru herself is such a understanding person that she doesn't complain about it at all in the show. And to be fair, it would have been kind of weird if she did. But I think that she shouldn't have resentment. She should maybe have feelings of hesitation, feelings of maybe worry or not really adapting to the world of Non Biyori in the first place, the village. But then at the end of the first episode, or the second, or whenever, she finally warms up to it because of the friends that she made, because of those connections. And also, they still would have been able to incorporate. Hold on. This is the perfect moment. Look at these scenes that Nonon Biori sometimes does. This background art that shows how beautiful shows the positives of such a close knit community, you know. And also, like, it's I can just imagine the audience for this show being not really children, but like 20-year-old men who just want something cute to put on. And that's kind of true for a lot of Yashike shows, but at least the specific flavor for Nonon Biori is that it would just be in a rural setting. So, you know, for those guys out there that are that are stuck in rooms and living in the city, they can transport themselves to a rural place. Yeah, yeah, baby. What the hell is she doing? I put on JoJo by accident. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to talk about for Non Biori. I'm gonna see if there's anything else that's good that I have thoughts on once I reach the end of season 2. Though honestly, it's just been pretty solid so far. I'm gonna rewatch episode 10 because I wasn't paying attention to the plot too much while I was talking. Um, my plans are like uh, for Non Biori after season 2. I might check out the movie. Actually, I probably will. I'll watch the OVA that has Hotaru's name in the title, because I just have to. It's a fact of the universe. It's an obligation by forces beyond my control to watch the Hotaru OVA. Uh, I just wanted to watch Vacation because they go to the beach and they're all in swimsuits. And you know what I'm looking forward to? Snap, 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 snap. Uh, After that, Non Biori Nonstop sounds good, but like, I'll probably watch it the day before I die just to know that I die happy, I suppose. I want it to be the last thing I see before I die. Alright, I'm gonna go rewatch episode 10. Holy crap. You know, It's gonna get a little bit meta, but I probably should have written everything down instead of giving myself the excuse that I'm just gonna watch Non Biyori and also just transfer all my thoughts about it. Oh well, I already recorded like 40 minutes of footage. A product will be a product. And that's all I have to say. Yep, there you go. I'm a genius. I'm gaining this very strange, bizarre sense of sadness. Uh, for multiple reasons. I don't feel like explaining much of it. I'm just gonna let myself wither away in these emotions. I think it's mostly just because I tried, like, this morning I was doing a programming homework thing, and I fucking hate programming so goddamn much. Like, it wasn't even my fault that time. Like, it just expected me to run something, and it didn't do that, and it was dumb. And now I'm watching Non Biyori to feel happy about it. And now still feel dumb. That's what it is, I suppose. I am reversing into a vegetative state of humanity and let these pounding sounds of construction utterly destroy me into ash. Now that I'm actually gonna react to the episodes, what the fuck is so interesting about the moon? Why are they moon watching? Can someone explain that to me? Why is that a thing that happens? Is that really so interesting? Look at that. What are the positives of looking at that? It just stays still and it glows a bit. I mean, I guess it's cool that it's a celestial body that's like in space and it's just hanging in the sky there, but like, it's not gonna move. It's not gonna move a lot while you're just looking at it. Bruh. I kind of actually, you know what? I've always had this issue of like, what's so cool about the world? What's so cool about waterfalls and going to lakes and natural um, terrain? What's so cool about going to a park? No, not a park. Like, nature. Um, Especially them as like tourist attraction spots, and I kind of wonder why there's so much interest there. And it's pretty much for the same reason. It just exists. What's so interesting about it? But yeah, I've changed my mind about that. I think like the first time that I had negative emotions about going to this certain lake that my family wanted to go to. And then when we went there, I was like, damn, this lake is so fucking big compared to me that I kind of understand why now. Like, the world is a big place, and this lake is putting me in perspective of it. it's gonna. It's crushing me with how small I am. And Hotaru is such a tall fifth grader. Oh my god. She's so big. I'm thinking a bit more about the natural, tourist attraction, those places. I mean, they're interesting because they already got an interesting thing there, like some kind of attraction. But it's also got a bunch of people selling stuff because people, where they be, where a lot of people are is usually where things happen. And you want to go to places where things happen. I think that's a good and I think that explains things. Um, Man, this is what I was missing out on when I was talking. Holy shit. Candy Lady and Renge have such a cute relationship. Uh, I get the feeling that if I didn't like Hotaru or if she didn't exist, I would actually really enjoy Konomi's character a lot. She seems very on top of things and is just also kind of mature, but has a playful side to her as well. Um, the problem with her is that she, in both seasons, she gets abruptly um, introduced. She really doesn't have much of an introduction at all. She just exists and pretends she's been here the whole time. And I'm sure that's the case for all these characters. And she's a good enough character and playful enough with the rest of the cast that we as the audience can just accept her and not mind her just playing around with the rest of the characters. But it also, we really do know nothing about her. um, and I wish there was a bit more of, we just get a bit more exposition on her. Like it took the time to do that. Oh no, they're making another short joke for Kamari. This is killing me. I'm so sorry. I. This is sad. I'm crying. Well, she may not be able to get a phone signal. She's our short queen. Oh my god, she's fucking carrying her Princess Bride style. Reminder, and you don't need to know this. You don't need to be reminded this. Fifth grader, eighth grader. What the fuck? This is genius. This is real. I'm not even playing like a character. This is just what the fuck is happening right now. Damn, this show's so personally appealing that they literally just wrote in my zodiac sign. this this canon. This either takes place in 2004, 2016, or 2028. It's probably 2004. Year I was born in. Dude, sick. Oh, sorry, the next year was 2004. Or 2003 then. I have a new life goal. It's to buy a big ass, expensive massaging chair recliner thing. Because, man, I don't really like going to people's houses for family reasons. Sometimes they just got a big ass leather couch, super comfortable. I want one of those. Remember when in season one, I don't remember which episode it was, the ninth one. Renge drew that fucking life like realistic drawing of Komari that one time. Yeah, this is what she prefers drawing instead. Straight from the heart, everybody. Fucking this episode's about talking about how mature Hotaru is. Finally. I'm going to fucking watch this episode with eyes of an auk. Goddamn binoculars. I was radio silent throughout this entire scene. I was watching, I was admiring, I was in awe. I cannot think or speak. Look at this fucking human being that someone thought up of, and she isn't real, apparently. My heart is gonna fucking break, y'all. I can't deal with this. I don't think I can exist in the same place as this. Oh god. Alright, stop. I'm gonna stop recording before some weird shit fucking happens. Holy fuck. I'm dying. Okay, I'm at the last episode, episode 12. This is the exact scene in episode 12 of the first season. The exact same one. They say the exact same things. And I'm kind of wondering if this has a message of some kind, or like it's just fun to see what happened after the first season and they explain it in the end of the second season. I'm keeping my eyes open. Okay, so like about Hotaru and like her different personas when she's outside and when she's at home. That's another reason for me to like her in a very, very personal way, because I already explained this in my Katwa Shoujo retrospective video. I had selective mutism. Back when I was young, whenever I'm at school, I go completely quiet. I don't say a single word to anyone. Because of social anxiety issues, maybe like it was a rare chance. There was a rare chance of it happening to um, migrating children to other places, to other countries, and I just got it. Um, I'm talking as if I got like infected or something, but whatever. And it's literally the exact same situation for me as it is for Hotaru. She acts differently when she's with others, more mature, more adult, but at home she can be whatever she wants and more true to herself. And, just that's me. That's literally me. What the fuck? Hotaru's perfect. I can't believe it. We're finally gonna break the cycle. It's not gonna be a timeline repeat. I think, because it said a year passed in the title. Uh, oh, one more thing about Hotaru. Yeah, we get to see a cuter side of her. Like I literally cannot handle her when she is, you know, being nice to her friends and acting modest and grown up. I can't handle that. So when she just went home and acted real childlike and honest, I fucking yeah, my heart melted. I couldn't believe what I was fucking seeing. I think tears are coming out. Enough. You don't want to see me being ugly. At crying at something so beautiful. Maybe just one more reason. Just I can't stop talking about her. One more reason for me to like her is that she's actually professional in her other persona, but she's still able to be honest in the other persona. Like I can not be professional. I can only reduce my honest self to a husk and be quiet and do nothing instead of be nice and sociable and likable. So fucking Hotaru is goals, dude. I just want to be more like her in a couple of ways. Okay, time to enjoy the last episode. Are my eyes deceiving me? She looks way fucking older here. Dude, she looked like in every other scene, I promise she doesn't look this old. She normally looks like 14 maybe. This is I'm confusing her for 20, possibly 30. What the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe not 30, but she's literally my mom. That's just my mom standing next to this little girl. What the fuck? I can't deal with it. I I've also realized that like Hotaru and Komari, like it seems like it was a complete misstep for them for Hotaru to be invested into Komari as much as she was in season one, because there is barely any of that in season two. It's mostly just her making plushies of Komari and not at all gushing over her when she is next to her. Like that's really it. Like the picnic scene at the end of season one was also pretty cringe and bad and stupid comedy wise. It is cute. It just was completely predictable in its tropes and everything. Like girl can't cook, misunderstandings. Anime girl wants to be nice. I get it, but it's like it's you can see where it's going from a mile away, I suppose. Anywho. Okay, so there's this one entire static shot. This entire scene, really. It takes place right while they are waiting for their mom to be finished with a conversation with their neighbor. And yeah, the whole point is just they're waiting for it. And I'm skipping seconds into the future, and Okay, sorry for that. Sometimes VLT Media does that, and like, point is, it's fucking ingenious. um, I think that if we want to get super poetic about it, I love these static shots where like the camera just stays still for a long time. I think it's what's the word? The camera being still is a portrayal of just life moving by, it existing as its own entity while the characters around it move and go places and do things. Not only that, but like I think it also shows the another fact of life, which is just trying to be entertained and always trying to do something because they're waiting for something. They're waiting for their mom to stop having to finish their conversation. They're trying to have fun. They're trying to fill in the time by telling stories, having jokes, and that's really just an attitude about life that everyone has, and it's just trying to get day by day while being entertained and having fun. Oh my god, I like that part about it. I mean, I might be reading a bit too deep, but I just enjoy it. So yeah, I finished the episode. I thought it was cute how the ending of the second season continued a bit more from the ending of the first season and what they did after that conversation at the end of the first season. They went flower viewing, and not only that, there's this added extra sort of message, I suppose, that everyone came together and they're all having fun together, as it has become a lively flower blooming. Now, the message that at the end, the final idea sort of that the show wants to impart you is that these good times will keep rolling. Natsumi asks Hotaru, "We're gonna do this next year again, aren't we?" And Hotaru happily agrees. She has been accepted into this group of friends as she was ever since the first episode and is looking forward to doing it again for another year. And it's just this happy message that life will still be good and life will still keep going. As long as it keeps going and you are with people, it will be happy. And I like that. Um yeah, you know what? It is reaching an hour in length, this video. I suppose I should end it. I think that okay. I remember saying earlier that this show is like a 6 to 7, like compared to the 4 that was in the first season. I still think season 1 is a 4. This season, after it has ended and I watched more episodes, it has become. I feel like objectively it is still one of those 6 to 7 shows, but I am so unbelievably, utterly biased toward it that I'd give it a 10, no question. But yeah, you know what? I don't like guilty pleasures don't exist. I think those are just things you want out of a show. Fuck it, I'm gonna give it something like an 8 or a 9. I don't care. Um, okay, there you go. I think I'm gonna watch the Hotaru's OVA. That's what I promised to myself. I'll see if there's anything interesting in it. Except for the inclusion of Hotaru, of course. That goes without saying. Oh, dude, she likes baking. That's so me. I really don't know that many other people, specifically my peers who enjoy cooking and baking sweets. Like holy shit. But I guess it's normal for a middle school shit. She's not elementary school girl. This episode is like 90% just Hotaru being alone. Is this fucking show trying to kill me? Did someone like make a compilation of just Hotaru sounds? I need that. Her voice is really like airy and breathy and ASMR for me. She just sometimes has happy noises and that's so based. I only have disgusting gruntled groaning noises. And this scene I just also relate to, like, man, so many moments in my life just being quiet. And then after watching that, and I wanted to start up a conversation because and people ask me, why the hell are you talking about this? I just didn't want dead air, man. I guess it's just like a normal human thing. But man, I love Hotaru, shut up. Um, I realized that I should fix the error of my ways of quote unquote wanting a conversation because of the fucking scene in Pulp Fiction where Uma Thurman's character was like, why do people gotta talk? Just have the dead air. Like, that's a sign of respect and care. Anywho, not respect, but whatever. Damn, Non Biyori knows exactly what we want. You never really had like a lecherous, pervy shot like this throughout the entire show. Literally, even when in episode 5 of season 1, Hotaru was wearing her swimsuit, she wasn't drawn in a lecherous way, besides just having the assets, in my opinion. If you want an example of being drawn in a sexy way, just watch any good ecchi. Um, High School of the Dead, High School DxD, Sora no Toshimo. No, that's the one I was thinking of. Here's Hotaru desperately trying to look at a thing in the trees. I'm kind of wondering if that's like a city thing, if your eyes are just bad. Anyways, finished the whole show, y'all. Oh, finally, God. You know that addiction feeling I was talking about of just constantly thinking about this show and specifically Hotaru? I think it's gone. I think the feeling is gone. It's all done. It's all over, and I can move on. Maybe after I watch the movie. But I swear I'm not gonna watch Non Biyori nonstop. I'll stop there. Um, that's it. I'm done. Oh my god. This was a triumph of will. This was a challenge. The last week of just trying to survive, having this show existing. Oh my god, okay. I think I said everything that I wanted to say. I hope. And really, I think after this, I was so disappointed in myself of wanting to watch more Non Viore because I'm a go-getter. I want to do things, get things done, experience as much as possible. So whenever I watch a second season of something, or specifically this time when I have a very strong desire to, I feel like, ugh, this is what I'm meant to do. That time could have spent bit that could have been spent better. I could have experienced new shit. But really, it's obvious that like if you do like something, you should watch more of it. And that was a stupidly simple moral that I learned. Though this isn't really healthy. This is practically heroin for me. I think that the feelings that I have toward specifically Hotaru could not be stated anything less than a form of love. Um, I want to have beautiful baby girls like her. Uh, well, we're gonna leave this video on that fucking creepy ass saying, thanks for listening and watching, y'all. I'm gonna go. Did I mention I was gonna watch Ichigo Marshmallow? Whatever. Asobi Asobase, yeah. Goodbye. Consume everything. See ya.